Hello, my lovely Libra creators. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. As always, thanking you for bringing your beautiful, artistic, and fine taste to the world, helping us understand balance in a way that is beneficial. Today, we are going to dive into your May monthly reading. Blazer the Morkie, my little assistant, is out hanging with other family members right now, so you'll have to wait till next time to get a cameo appearance. I do try to bring him on once in a while, and maybe he'll be on one of my lives if you can check one of those out. But today we're going to look into your monthly May predictions. We're going to pull a card for the overall energy of the month of May. We're going to pull the Celtic cross spread, which I'm laying out right now, and I love using it for the monthly readings. It gives us so much insight. And then we'll close it off with a special message for the Libra collective. Do keep in mind these are general readings, and predictions deal with potential energies. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Stay tuned at the end of the video, and I will be reviewing all the ways you can get involved in the creators community. Also, for the month of May, we're wishing our Taurus brothers and sisters a very lovely birthday. So if you've got any Taurans in your life, be sure to give them a shout out. Okay, Libra, your overall energy coming from the Starry Beginnings Oracle is stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. Look at that fiery red energy. Stay the course. Libra, it's so funny because as I pulled this card, I had this big burp come out. There's some sort of relief or release here that you're feeling when I'm saying stay the course. You're moving in the right direction. I think some of you have been wound up a little bit with some stressful energies, but you're actually on the right track. So maybe let go of some of the more mental energies that have you confused or feeling a little bit stuck perhaps, or wondering, did I make the right choice? Am I moving the right way? All right, let's get into this. We'll see here what the cards show initially, and then we'll pull clarifiers. You're starting us off with your current energies being that of the Nine of Swords. This is stress, mental stress, too much to think about, too complicated, too burdensome. This would be the kind of energy that some of you might be manifesting in, like sleepless nights, or waking up and not being able to go back to sleep, or you sleep but you wake up not feeling rested. That's the kind of energy you're dealing with. Fortunately, this is minor arcana energy. This is passing energy for a phase of time for you. This is challenged by the Seven of Wands. Are some of you second guessing boundaries that you've set perhaps? Maybe you've set some boundaries or you've drawn some lines in the sand, which, you know, you're such a great negotiator and you're so good at bringing things into balance, but sometimes you got to stick up for yourself too and draw a line in the sand. Even as the mediator of the Zodiac, that doesn't mean people just get to run over you or waste your time. Sometimes you got to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to do that. This feels better to me. And I think that's what's got you stressed out. Maybe you had to set a boundary with someone. Maybe they didn't respond the way you wanted them to. Maybe you brought up a difficult topic or situation with somebody and you're kind of second guessing, should you have done that? But the overall energy says you're moving in the right direction. Stay the course. Yes, it was the right decision. So if any of you have been plagued with that, or you're coming out of the month of April into May, or you're dealing with something, maybe it's leaving a job, making a certain decision about a job or a person, you're on the right track. In your needed focus, you get the Emperor as your energy. This is active energy. This is Aries energy, Libra. So this is indicating keep moving forward. Keep taking the steps. Even if you feel like everything does get lined up into place, keep stepping. It's almost like there's a strategy here. He's holding a chess piece. It's like a checkmate kind of energy. I feel like it's given me a vibe of like, he's kind of sitting on the planet Mars. It's kind of like Mars is his throne. And we do have Mars at this time has moved into Leo energies. It's pretty fiery. And so you may be working with that fire. You may be getting more comfortable being more headstrong in a certain situation. If you imagine that Aries energy to be like a bulldozer that just plows through the toughest of obstacles, that's what you're being asked to do. Now, you got to check your ego. Anytime the Emperor comes up, you got to make sure you're taming that ego properly. Otherwise, you may act out of that alignment instead of being aligned with your true self, right? So you got to have the ego. Thank you for protecting me, ego, but take a side seat. Let me handle this. That way you're going to feel more empowered. In the past position, you are showing me the confusion. Maybe it was about setting this boundary, okay? Maybe you teeter-tottered and went back and forth for quite some time. Should I do it? Should I not? Is this the right decision to make? Should I leave this job? Should I not? Should I move? Should I not? Whatever decision you were up against, it was definitely thought about, and you definitely weighed out the pros and the cons, maybe to the point of exhaustion. In the future position, you're showing me that, okay, you've made the decision, but that you're going to now be faced with these emotional energies with the Four of Cups and feeling like, now I'm feeling a certain way because they're feeling a certain way. This whole situation's making me feel a certain way. And I don't know that I'm exactly into it. At the same time, the universe is handing you a pot of gold with a rainbow coming out of it. And you're kind of like, huh, what? What? Who wants that? Who wants the pot of gold? Libra, you do. You do, but I think there may be some sadness or there's some emotional energies that throughout the course of May you're going to have to process so that you can accept that beautiful pot of gold that has all new energy, all vibrant, light reflective energy in it for you. I'm about to sneeze. Whew. Okay, the sneeze did not happen, but there was energies that wanted to come up there. I feel like your emotional energies are going to be a little tough to get up and out. That's okay. Just be patient with yourself. Keep working on it. In your place of embodied empowerment, from a mental perspective, you're looking super strong. You're going to reach the point of clarity for yourself with whatever situation this is. And I think you're going to feel quite steadfast and quite good about being in that energy. There's a great deal of wisdom here. There's a lot of communication going on here. I would definitely, Libra, keep the lines of communication open when it's appropriate in certain situations that you're dealing with. By no means do we want to cross boundaries or have your boundaries be crossed, but taking the high road with communication at times could be really important. So if you do feel activated, triggered, like a hook got into you and you feel like responding, you may need to take that step back and gain that clarity. That's where you're going to feel most empowered, according to the universe and your greater being. In your place of support and allies, you got the Five of Cups. So you're going to deal with that emotional energy of the Four of Cups. You're going to get that pot of gold, right? That pot of gold is sitting behind her and she's emptying out an old cup of emotions here. She's processing stagnant emotional energy that may be built up, not just from this situation where you had to set the tone and set the boundary and hold your authority, but maybe even connected to times in the past where you were unable to do that. That's why it gets tricky here in these emotional energies for you. And it's okay. In your environment, you've got the Ten of Cups. Something very beautiful is unfolding around you, within you, in your partnerships, in your relationships, in your family. There's some beautiful support around you. Maybe you have a partner at home and they're really supporting you through this decision about your work environment and the communication and the boundaries that you're setting with that. Maybe some of you are putting your foot down about how many hours you're working and you're going for a better work-life balance. And there's people that don't understand that. I know. I've met a lot of them. They'll just work themselves into the ground and work until their soul feels completely defeated and their bodies are miserable. You don't want to do that. And you've got somebody here that's like, babe, babe, I'm on your side, or bro, or sis, I got you. I got you. You're doing the right thing. The universe saying you're moving in the right direction here. In your hopes and fears, you have the Three of Wands. I think this feels like an energy of you're not sure if you know how to have fun anymore. You're not sure if you have the energy to catch the wave. And to be honest, you might need a little rest time. You might. You certainly seem like you've been losing sleep over something, or something's been stressing you out. So yeah, you might need a little bit gentler energy. You can remember those water beds that people used to have in the 80s? That's kind of what I'm getting. Maybe you need to do one of those saltwater floats if you can get by the ocean or to the pool or something, and just allow yourself to float. Whether you're on a floaty device or, you just practice floating yourself, it might be helpful for you, because I think you need to make the step. We don't want to get stuck in fear there. So we want to keep moving you in the direction that's going to serve you. And by the end of the month of May, Libra, it's looking pretty good here. The Ace of Cups. I feel like this is you choosing yourself. This is you protecting your own energies. This is you protecting the sanctity of your heart and what's important to you. This is you coming into balance in the heart space on a level that you never have before. And I think it's absolutely amazing. The heart that I see in the middle of this bowl sometimes looks like an apple to me. I feel like you may be the apple of someone's eye, or someone is the apple of your eye. And I get a really sweet feeling from this too. You may enjoy eating apples or applesauce or something like that. I know apples aren't in season in May, but you could still find some good ones and enjoy. Let's clarify this, Libra. What an interesting and intriguing reading you've brought before me here. I'm going to take a deep breath. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords. What's stressing you? What is this? Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords, okay, I'm getting that this is another person to you. And I feel like at times this person comes across to you like they're better than you, but they're not necessarily. Or they come through as, or try to put on the air that they know more than you, but they don't. And the way that they're approaching you, it brings conflict. It kind of puts you in that battle mode of like, oh yeah, really? You're gonna come with that? And so this may very well be the person that you have set or will be setting a boundary with. They seem to give me the sense of a know-it-all, and coming across as like, when they speak, you can't question or challenge it. But you absolutely can, and you absolutely are, Libra, because your well-being is so much more important to you than putting up with that. Let's clarify this Seven of Wands, because I know it's a challenge for you, because I know you're looking at all the ways that this could balance out. But sometimes the balancing is by you putting your foot down, drawing a line in the sand, setting a boundary. Yeah, and you're gonna do it here. I think the challenge in this, it's a little slow to get used to this with the Knight of Pentacles here. But the Ten of Swords indicates you're going to do it. You're going to drop the gate on this situation, Libra. You're going to come to this. And you, while it may take you a hot minute, remember I said the chess match? It might take you a minute to figure out the strategy, but once you have your strategy and you do this, stick with it. You're moving in the right direction. Again, it's like you're playing a game of chess, and you're quite good at chess because of how you're able to read the board. Okay, so you're reading the board. The Knight of Pentacles is the strategist, and he reads the board quite well. He may not be the knight that's going out and fighting, on the front lines, but he's the one that says they're going to come over that hill and their other group is going to come that way. And we need to watch out for this water feature over here because they might try to, that's what the Knight of Pentacles does. And that's what you've been through with your thought process. At the end of the day, you have to make the decision and stick to it. Let's look at this Emperor in your needed focus. I love this reading. I feel very motivated in this reading to be your cheerleader and to say, yes, do this. This feels right. This feels that it's in alignment with the universe. It may not be in alignment with the person who thinks they know it all, okay? For some of you, it could be your own alter ego, for all I know, right? And I trust that the people that are mature enough are finding my channel and they understand when they need to take accountability for it. But when I saw that Queen of Swords, I really did get that maybe it was someone around you, because this really seems like practice setting boundaries here. Not even practice, but actively setting boundaries. But it could feel like practice, right? Maybe it doesn't feel 100% comfortable to you. For the Emperor, you got the Four of Wands and the Sun. Yeah, as you trust in your own strategy, because the Emperor, not only is he not on the front lines, the Emperor is not the strategist, the Emperor is behind the scenes, moving all the players, relaxing back, knowing that all the action is going to be taken that needs to be taken, and he's feeling pretty good about it. He's feeling great about protecting his stability. He's feeling good about protecting his home against invaders. He's being protective of his time. And that's what's going on here. And honestly, your happiness is what the universe is asking you to focus on, Libra. You're supposed to be focusing on what brings you joy and happiness. Not what drains your energy, drains your soul, makes you tired, stresses you out. No, no, no. But embracing your happiness and being okay being in the leader's seat in this situation. Even if somebody else thinks they're the leader, even if they're a little too big for their britches, that's okay. You can let the universe humble that person. You don't got to do anything here except stand your own ground. Let's look at this Two of Swords in the past position. The Moon and the Page of Wands. Okay, so back and forth you went in your mind. And I think it took you into some dark places sometimes with this moon. It took you kind of deep into your emotional field. It got a little uncomfortable, but the Page of Wands showed up here. And eventually that little light of mine from the Page of Wands shone the light onto the path forward. It eclipsed this moon energy and allowed you to take a step. Wands are active energy. You may have felt a bit out of your element. Okay, fine. You may have felt a bit out of your element. But at the same time, that's how we grow. It's almost as if you've put yourself through your own little book chapter initiation. You're kind of overcoming it. I almost want to read your book. Some of you could be working on an autobiography or having someone write a biography about you, or you may be really interested to do that. I think you're interesting. I would read it. Let's look at this Four of Cups in your future position here. You got the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this tells me that as you work through these energies, you set this boundary. All the while, you're constantly able to see both sides of things, right? But I want you to remember how good it feels to make a decision and trust your own inner wisdom. The Hermit is inner wisdom energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy, and Virgo is the analyst. Virgo will go through things with a fine-tooth comb. Some of you could be cuspers, Virgo, Libra cuspers, if I haven't said that already. And I think that came up in Virgo's reading. Some of you may want to listen to the Virgo reading because there may be something there for you as well. I really think you've been there with the thoughts. There is this little bit of something that you keep carrying with you that you've maybe done something wrong. And it's kind of a self-defeating kind of energy with this Eight of Swords. You haven't done anything wrong. You've made the right choice. I just think these emotional energies that you might try to avoid a little bit put you in this state of mind. Emotions and thoughts are connected, and emotions are the indicators. So if you're not accepting that pot of gold, maybe you're beating yourself up a little bit. Maybe you're holding yourself back a little bit. Maybe there's that feeling of, oh, I've set a boundary and somebody felt a certain way about it. Now I got to punish myself. But the Hermit comes in and says, no. No, my child, you must trust your inner wisdom. You must trust your inner light to be shown without, to guide you on the path forward. And if you do need a little time in solitude for the month of May, take it. Let the people that you care about the most know. Mommy needs a little time, daddy needs a little time, sis needs a little time, bro needs a little time. And just take a little time in solitude to kind of do whatever you need to do. Maybe it's a spa day, maybe it's some self-care, maybe it's a walk in the woods, maybe it's just going in your room with some really good fruit, a fruit basket. I don't know, do some of you like fruit? I love fruit. It's like a comfort food to me. So fruit sounds good to you guys. In your place of embodied empowerment, where you had that clarity with the King of Swords, you get the Star and the Queen of Cups. So not only do you have the clarity that's come through as a part of the decision to set the boundary that you've set with someone, you also made the most loving choice that you can make for both you and them and everyone connected to the situation. And this Star energy is Aquarius energy. It's that of freedom. It's freeing yourself. It's freeing up the decision to the universe. You've made the decision. You've set the boundary. You're on the right course. The universe is saying, stay the course. You're headed the right direction. Yes, this is transformational. Yes, this might feel a certain way, Libra, but this is bringing great freedom. This is bringing wish fulfillment. This involves both your heart and your mind being in an alignment together. And that's very reassuring. And that's very empowering. Oh my. Let's look at this Five of Cups. I've already had the Nine of Wands bounce out for it. And the Six of Swords in your support and allies. The time to heal from this. The time to recover from this is very important. Some of you may be going on vacation or a summer break if like you're a teacher and you work during the school year perhaps. Or there's a seasonal or contract job that's coming up. There is great value in you moving into some calmer waters or a calmer schedule. For some of you, remember I got the feeling that maybe you were overworking yourself. You're gonna feel a little knocked out by that and a little cautious about how you can contribute when you feel a little wounded and you're processing some really important emotions here. But showing up in your support and allies like this is, any challenge that you're going to encounter in May is going to help you move into those calmer energies. And so there is a trust factor here for you, Libra, as well. You want to be able to trust yourself, trust what the universe is saying that has your back, and know that you will heal and you will feel better. For the Ten of Cups, you have here the Queen of Wands and Seven of Cups, and this is in your environment. Someone around you is very proud of your choice. There's a feminine energy that may have been empowered by you in this decision. Someone has chosen to... There's this energy where I want to say take your side in this, but it's not about taking sides. It's just that someone trusts you and they have your back here. This could represent a partner. It could represent you staying with your own energies and not abandoning yourself, not second guessing yourself. The other thing that's here in the environment is choice. And maybe there's someone around you who helps you see, Libra, remember all these choices you could have made. You looked at all these different angles. You looked at the pros and cons here. You made your choice. You have the support. In your environment, there's people that are with you on this, and you're good. You're good, okay? And it feels good. It feels good. The Queen of Wands with the 10 of Cups with the 7 of Cups makes me feel like, because of the choice you've made and the decision you made to protect your energy and have your boundaries here, it's going to open up even more desirable choices for you moving forward. I think you're still going to be a Libra, and you're still going to look at all the different choices and think through them and analyze and intellectualize and all of that kind of thing. But that's what makes you special in the world. There's also this element, some of you may be redecorating at home. Painting a room or doing a special project could be really helpful for you right now. Maybe some of you want to take that hermit time to do a special project in the home, something that's just yours, or maybe you have a studio where you can go write or create art. For the 3 of Wands in your hopes and fears, you got the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. So you've got this energy that tells me, okay, Stephanie, I'm hearing you. I'm going to stay the course. I made the right decision. But now that I've done that, there's a different version of me that is coming forward, and I don't know if I'm capable of holding this torch. How am I going to catch the wave knowing everything I know now? What I've incorporated into my life, what I've decided to hold precious. So if you were trying to earn back time in your life, for example, you were overworking, you don't know how to still make things happen. You worry about how to still make things happen, but also honor that peaceful time for you to recover, recuperate, rejuvenate. See how our hopes and fears are such a fine line? It's not going to be the same. That's what I want to tell you. It's not going to be the same, but look how you've gotten this far. Look how you came to this point. Look how you overcame the obstacle of setting the boundary or putting into place what you needed to put into place here. And now you're going to climb a little bit, and you'll reach another plateau, and then you'll climb, right? It's part of the journey of life. But you've made it this far, bro. You've made it this far, sis. Keep going. Let's look at this Ace of Cups and the potential outcome for you. Ooh, beautiful. The Knight of Cups, love, offers of love, maybe a little romance, and the 9 of Pentacles, being proud and having gratitude for all that you've accomplished. Not looking at what's missing with that 10th pentacle, but incorporating the wisdom of the number 9, the Hermit. All of the inner wisdom you've gained, everything that you've been able to put together. Here's the grapes, the grapevines growing up, that growing up all around her with the pentacles in them. Maybe that's why I got the fruit. You need some time just to have some fruit. And an offer of love here could be coming from your partner. Something heartfelt could be coming from you to someone else, something you've been contemplating or thinking about. It feels like everything kind of comes together by the end of the month. I think you're going to be at a much greater peace with this by the end of the month. Libra, let's get you a card from the Angel Dreams Oracle cards to close off your reading today. Woohoo! Universe is trying to give me more than we need here. Ooh, Libra, you got kitchen creation. Maybe some of you need to spend a little time in the kitchen. Do a little baking, do a little cooking, paint the kitchen, remodel the kitchen. Some of you may have that, but Libra, you can also look at kitchen energy. If you think about your soul as like a home, like think of the home of your dreams and you think about your soul, what is the kitchen? The kitchen is the heart. The kitchen is the place where we transmute and create beautiful, nourishing meals. Maybe you're making, chocolate covered strawberries. Some of you might be doing that. Fruit and chocolate and beautiful creative things. Some of you may be pulling out some of your favorite summer recipes and getting going on those. But I see a lot of fruit. I can't, I want to go eat fruit now because I just feel like the water content in fruit for you. I saw the apples. I see it. It's like comfort for you. And it's natural sugar, right? So strawberries, They have like they're good for the keto people out there, right? Strawberries, big juicy strawberries. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself with that. Be in a creative space. Lick the, when you're stirring the cookie batter, lick the spoon. Have fun with it. Unless it has raw eggs, you have to be a little careful there. Libra, this has been such a fun reading. Stick around a little bit longer because I want to tell you how to make the most of the creators community. First of all, I would really love it if you would like and comment on this video to keep it going in the algorithm. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a reading when they pop up. Bring a friend to the channel. Grassroots are the best roots, and I would love to have like-minded, like-hearted, real-life people be able to be a part of the creators community. Every Friday from 10 a.m. to noon Central, I'm doing Frequency Friday Live. It's a collective, casual, chill hangout. You can work and lurk, as one of my friends coined the term. You might have your little ear pod in and be kind of listening as you work, but don't worry, if you are working and you need to focus on something else, which I think you should take more days off personally, Libra, because of what I saw in your reading. But you can always watch the replay, which will be loaded with the timestamps for your convenience. Every other Sunday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am doing live Q&A on my channel. It's so much fun. The next one is May 4th. May the 4th be with you, Star Wars fans. I'll probably be in something Star Wars for sure. I'm an OG Star Wars fan, and it's a power-packed hour. You come in, you drop in the live chat, you start saying hi, connecting with people, ask a question, you get a free mini reading. I will do as many as I can in the hour, and that happens every other Sunday evening. So if you can make it, I would love to see you there. Follow me, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Creators on the Crest. Sometimes I run specials on Instagram and Facebook, so keep an eye open there on my business page for that. And also, I just love to connect with you. My website is www.creatorsonthecrest.com. You can book personal readings there, or there's lots of information in the description below for you to check out pertaining to this reading and also to what else I offer. Libra, thank you so much. I loved this reading. This was fun to do, and I want to thank you for being here. From my heart to yours, I wish you a most wonderful May. See you next time.